That's when y'all supposed to go like, woo! That shit. You know, do I let it go to my head? Do I walk into a bar and brag to a guy like this cute boy in a pink shirt like, hey, look here, I'm the #1 black gay comic in New Orleans? Do I also walk into a place where people know that I'm the #1 black gay comic and be like, yep, Kenny is definitely gonna get his dick sucked tonight? Do I walk in there and say those things? Yeah, I do. I do say those things. Speaking of sex, you know, I'm born and raised in Metairie, Louisiana. Metairie, where it's safe to leave your doors unlocked, but there's not that many black people except for her and myself. Because our daddies are Spanish. We can get away with that. All y'all other black people, y'all can't live in Metairie. We take a census. Just joking, I kid. But one thing about Metairie is, they let you know when you have a sex offender in your neighborhood. Unlike New Orleans. I live uptown now, and they don't let you know. Huh? Who? Alexandria. Oh. I once dated a guy named Alex. That was not the best sex I ever had in my life. But, no, I'm not chuckling him. He's a sweet ginger peach. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Don't be mean to him. Don't be mean to him. Anyway, in New Metairie, they let you know when you have a sex offender in your neighborhood. They'll send you a thing in the mail like, John Jacobs molested 12-year-old girls. But one thing about those things is they don't warn you. Like when you go to the store, you act like you saw a fucking celebrity. You'll be pushing your basket like, oh shit, that's John Jacobs. Look at his nasty ass. That's the nasty ass is right there. Look how he filling up those kiwis. He's probably thinking that's little girl's breasts. This nasty ass. And God forbid John Jacobs turn around and see you. You're like, what? So you gonna grab whatever's right there on that aisle. John Jacobs came up to me, I had a basket full of Preparation H and Fleet Enemas. And don't judge me, I did have sex with John Jacobs because you know what? One thing about John Jacobs is he didn't mind that I don't like shaving the back of my legs and I like making love with my socks on. He didn't mind any of that because that's how John rolls. That's how John rolls. Another thing is, since we're talking about black people, we're going to clear the air. Yes, 80% of black people are afraid of dogs. I'm not. My dad is Spanish, her dad is Spanish. We ain't scared of dogs. But I will admit, one big difference between white people and black people. White people, y'all don't care if the dog is on a leash. Y'all don't care if that dog is spayed or neutered. Y'all don't give a damn if that's even our dog. Y'all see a dog, y'all be like, oh, how cute. Oh, who's so cute? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? That's how white people are. Black people, we see a dog, we be on the same street as y'all. We see a dog up the block. He'll be like, he'll cross the street like, go ahead on, player. Go ahead on. I don't know who the fuck that dog for. Go ahead on, dog. Go ahead on. And they don't give a damn because you know what? That's just how we roll. When you're in a new relationship, you know, when me and Kaylin first started out, what is Kaylin? When we first started out, hey Kaylin, I do my dance for him at night because he like his blowjobs at 8:30 p.m. No, I'm just joking. He like his blowjobs anytime I'm available. But one thing about relationships is, when you first start off in a relationship, everything is cute. You know, you walk outside and you see that chalk that people write on the glass like, I love you, baby, have a good day. And you're like, oh, he is so sweet. And then when it comes to sex, you're just excited. You're like, oh yeah, sex, yeah. Give it to me, yeah, let's do it, yeah. That's right. But once you make it official, and once it gets serious, then that shit that you used to find cute is no longer cute. You'll walk outside like, oh, fuck, Larry, come get this shit off my car. I don't fucking love you. Get this shit off my damn car and have me late for work. You know you ain't gonna work 2 jobs if I get fired. Get your ass out here and wash this shit off my damn car. No, I can't be late. You know, and when it comes to sex, you're like, oh shit, Jerry, it's Thursday. I know. You on the top, me on the bottom. I know. Same old shit. You on the top, me on the bottom. A lot of people bad mouth bad credit. I'm not gonna lie, my credit is horrible. I probably have C credit. But one thing I ain't never gotta fucking worry about is a bitch stealing my identity. I ain't never gotta worry about that kind of shit with bad credit. Speaking of that shit, I hate when my friends who have kids, like Blake, I want kids. I want 2 twin boys. I hope you want 2 twin boys too. I know what I want, okay? When I babysit my friend's kid, I hate when they use me as like a disciplinary action. I hate when they're like, if you don't act right, you gonna go by your Uncle Kenny house. And I'm like, that's right, you're gonna come over to my house. And them kids like, we don't like him. We don't like him. Because one thing about it, I'm gay. And you know, us gays, we are very, very, very high maintenance. I have an all-white leather couch. I know that sounds very tacky and chic, but guess what? It came from Rent-A-Center, and I paid it off. Give me credit. Anyway, when them kids bring their bad ass to my house, I say, look here. I don't want your bad ass sitting on my couch. I don't want you touching my dog with them nasty ass hands. And if your mama ain't packed you no lunch, you eat them slices of cheese in my refrigerator. Because that's all you're going to get today. My grandmother called me. My grandmother, we didn't put her in a home. We put her in like this little retirement community where it's all old people. It's not just her complaining about every damn thing because she likes to complain. It's all old people. She called me. She's like, oh, Kenny, you know, I'm so worried because they've been breaking into houses and stealing our prescription medicine. And I'm like, Grandma, you really don't have nothing to worry about. She's like, I'm just so worried because the neighbor's house was broken into. My grandmother's house has, in her medicine cabinet, is Boniva, Lipitor, Maalox, and Clonidine. So unless this robber has gas and hot flashes, then yes, she's the house to rob. But if he don't have that shit, you can go ahead and let her be, because that ain't gonna be no good. No good. So, a lot of us are young. I'm 23 forever. Until, you know, either Kaylin or Blake find out my real age. So, I love you. Oh, I want to send a shout out to my beautiful, I won't say fag hag, my fag unicorn, Terry. It's her birthday. And this new guy she just brought into town. Happy birthday to him. I want to let you know it might be your birthday, but I'm single. He ain't paying me no attention, but that's fine. I was trying to give you a shout out, but guess what? You don't get none of this quiche. It is not the oven no more. It's no longer available for you. Oh, what was this? What was that? Was that beans? It ain't Mardi Gras. And we are not in Africa. I'm not need no necklaces. Oh, they have lips. I'm not into salad tossing. That's too kinky for me. I'll tell you that right now. Because once you're in my attic, once you're in my basement, don't come to my attic. You need to pick your side. But I like your lips. I'll let you slide. Oh, you want me to wear it? I'll wear it for you. I'll wear it. Come and put your name on it. He wants his cake. See, look at that. He ain't racist. I was calling him racist. He ain't racist. He ain't racist. Anyway, everybody watches True Life. True Life is an MTV show. They had this one episode where they were addicted to porn. And one thing about it is, which confused me, they was addicted to porn, but their friends were still going over to their house and eating and drinking after them. If I know you were addicted to porn, you couldn't give me a glass of tap water in that fucking house. Not at all. You couldn't give me a glass of tap water in that house. I just said that. You wouldn't like me because I'll stand my ass in the doorway and look around to see what is safe to sit on. Because let me tell you, baby, once you sit and come one time, you know that is not your seating arrangement. And I done sat in some cum in my day. And I'm like the dick whisperer. I look around and see what dick has laid his head. I'm like, oh, that's why I don't go to my Aunt Gertie house, because the dick vibes are strong over there. I'm like, in the butter dish, Aunt Gertie? In the butter dish? Who sucks dick in the refrigerator? Shit. You know, I see why everybody has like more than one everything, like more than one kids, more than one dog. I have 2 dogs, and I see why, because your first one is like your trial, and your next one is like your do-over. It's like you can get this shit right. You know, I have 2 dogs. My first dog, I had this bitch for 7 years. She ain't house trained for shit. I get another dog, then all of a sudden overnight, this bitch like, oh, well, I'm not supposed to shit in the house, which is fine. That's dog number 1. I'm kid number 1. You know, my mother probably was like, look how this motherfucker turned out. He's dark as hell, gay, skinny, he got asthma, and he's lactose. But see, child number 2, my brother, he's taller than me, he's popular, his ass is good in sport, he's great in fucking checkers, but I tell you something he can't do. Bet you my brother can't suck no dick. Bam. If the apocalypse was to come today and tomorrow and the aliens was like, we will go away if we can get a good blowjobs, I will save the fucking world. Bitch, I save the universe. And they will give me a cure for feline AIDS, because I'll be that fucking good. Ask Jerry. Ain't that right, Jerry? I got some sugar sweet walls, baby. I'll suck the ain't got any man. But ask around. As you know, the summertime is coming up, and everybody is all excited because they're like, shit, summertime, tank tops, barbecuing. One thing about it, I'm not a fan of those liberty ass grills that sit on the ground. And a lot of my friends like to buy them, and they just really piss me off because the $25 you spent on that liberty ass grill, you could have went on and put that $25 on the big grill at the Big K on layaway. The main thing that I like about those grills is the main ones. She is grooving. The main thing I like about those grills is they always like, Kenny, go turn over the meat. Kenny, go turn over the meat. One thing about it, I've turned over some meat in my day. I have. I've turned over meat with the best of them. But turning over meat in that liberty ass grill give me lower back pains. And I haven't, the last time meat gave me lower back pains was last week with Blake. And that kind of meat give you lower back pains and Tourette's. Cause that meat there will have you speaking in tongues, baby. You better watch out. I told him last time you better pull out or I'm gonna vomit. Cause this ass almost fucking fractured my pancreas last time we did it. When it comes to ugly people, you have less patience for ugly people than you do with hot people. If you know, we'll just keep using Blake because he's so handsome. You know, if Blake, or for you straight women, David Beckham, and for you straight guys, you know, Victoria's Secret model, if any of them was to come and nick you on your face, you'd be like, oh my God, and you would tweet about it and Facebook about it and all this shit, because you would wash your face again. But see, an ugly person, you don't have much patience for an ugly person. You won't even use the same bathroom as the ugly person. You'd be like, oh shit, I gotta use the bathroom so bad. Oh, Dolores just came out of that. I'll wait. It ain't that big of a deal. I can hold it for a little while longer. It ain't that serious. I can let it go because Dolores, she's just... How many lesbians I have in the house? Any lesbians? Lesbians? Oh! Well, you know, ladies, I like all kinds of beans. Red beans, white beans, lesbians. I will not talk bad about another lesbian ever again because I'm going to tell you one thing. Lesbians do not like they don't like being called a cunt. Learned that the hallway. Fucking lesbian beat my ass last year. Hanging out, my friend Justin Bartons at Good Friends, I'm hanging out talking to him. We just shooting the shits. This lesbian comes up in the middle of our conversation and starts ordering her drink. And I'm like, I said, Justin, go ahead and serve this cunt so we can finish our conversation. So she's like, who you calling a cunt? I'm like, you, bitch. I called you a cunt, rude ass. So she's like, I bet you won't step outside. I'm like, I'll step outside. So I'm doing my stretches. I'm like, I'm about to knock this Muslim bitch out. She about to give me her makeup. Now I'm not a woman beater. I'm not gonna punch her, but I was gonna slap the shit out of her. So I'm like, oh yeah, bitch, you about to get the slapping of your life. So I get ready. I put my set up. I'm like, come on, bitch, what you got? Come on. This fucking big ass Muslim linebacker tackled the fuck out of me. I was like, so. Don't judge me. I called the police and yes, I did press charges. This was a big old bitch. He probably would have followed me to my car and finished the job. So the cop comes up and I'm like, oh, he's like, what happened? I said, oh, officer. Oh, Lord, Jesus, officer. He's like, oh, calm down. Why she hit you? I said, officer, only thing I did was go and tell my fellow friend Happy Black History Month and she went on a warpath. And she's like, that ain't what happened, bitch. That ain't what happened. I'm like, oh, officer, look at her. She's having a warpath. He used to say court is on the 16th and I will press charges again against that bitch. I'm gonna win that battle. Fucking lesbian. Not sure if y'all been following the news. They had the guy on the news that didn't have no legs that killed his wife. I saw that too. So I'm at work, and at work they don't put the volume on shit. So I'm reading with the captions. I'm like, a woman was killed by a man with no legs. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck do you get killed by a man? How can you not outrun a man with no legs? You should have the advantage. You have legs. Come to find out, he was an Olympic runner. Which shocked the fuck out of me. I was like, shit, he would have caught my ass too. With these badass blowjob knees and the Charlie horses I get, I would have made it to the kitchen. He would have shot my ass up. So then I thought about it. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure she knew. Like, she had to have had some kind of hints that this man was trying to kill her. And I thought to myself, if I knew my man who didn't have his legs was hankering to kill my ass, guess who wouldn't find their artificial legs the next morning? That bitch right there. Bet y'all hide them motherfuckers in the freezer. Let me see you get them. And by the time his ass get them, they're gonna be too cold for him to put on them little nubs. And I'll be already up the block. And I don't give a shit about them clothes. I don't give a shit about that microwave. Just let me get my dogs and my Taylor Swift CD. That's all I want out that house. You can keep everything else. Give me my Taylor Swift red. That's all I want. I had to stop watching Law and Order, SVU, which was my shit for a long time, but I'd be off of work and I'd watch these long-ass marathons about rape. And that made me scared to even take a shower. Like, I'm thinking to myself, no rapist gonna rape no dirty ass. They like clean ass to rape. So before I take a shower, I turn on all the lights, every last light on in my house. And if I know I'm just going to bed, then I just wash the cheeks. I don't even wash the crack of the hole. Cause guess what, baby? Cause them rapists, you can try to rape this ass if you want to. I'm gonna leave evidence all around. Like, officer, look around my room. I had corn that day. There's evidence somewhere around there. Look for it. Check his dick. Look at them condoms, officer. There's something around there. I notice this room is full of gays. How many bottoms in the house? Any bottoms besides my? All right, my sisters, bottoms, yes. When you are a bottom, that means you like it in the butt. To clear it up. Keep it clear. Make sure there's no mud in that cave when you invite people over. But as a bottom, you know, we have to make life or death decisions, like when to eat. You know, because you want to make sure your house is clean when a man comes over. Not just your house, but your house, if you know what I mean. Like, take for instance, if I know this bald man right here, you, sir, turn around. This handsome man. If I know a man that looks like that, you know, I like bald men. I like bald men because guess what? The sweat drips down their head and it makes it easier for my dogs to lick up. But anyway, if I know a man that looks like that is coming over to my house and drill me like a rotten tooth, guess what? I will not have seconds at brunch. I want to make sure he's going to come to a comfortable house when he comes over and have a little bit of this quiche. I want to make sure it is good for him. Because that's just how I roll. Not sure if you guys have been watching American Idol, but there is a guy on there with a bad stutter. His name is Lazaro Arbos. And I love him as well. I will let him do some things to me. I let him take me to places that even Jesus won't go. Because he is just so sexy for a little boy that stutter. But he would hate my black ass. Ooh, he wouldn't like me. Because I'd be like, hey baby, what you want for dinner? Up, chicken it is. All right, baby, well, I love you. I'll talk to you later. All right. All right. Because I don't have time to sit on the phone all day and talk about mystery meat. And I know one thing, sex would also be, we can't have no phone sex. That ain't happening. So, went to this place called Belloc, which is like this fancy-ass, rich-ass place where drinks are very expensive. Did not know that. That was a shocker to me. So, went there, had 2 old fashions, 2 drinks. My tab was $35. So, you know, I'm by all my white friends, all my white gay friends. So I'm like, oh, only $35? Did anybody else add anything to my tab? And they're like, oh no, that's all you. I'm like, oh, only $35? That's not nothing. Only 30. So I'm signing my debit card receipt, like $35 plus $10 tip, $45 for 2 drinks, and I'm signing for it. Bitch, once I got away from them old fancy ass white ass queens, I stepped my black ass outside. I was like, oh, hello, Capital One. Yes, I'd like to report credit card theft, please. Yes, I'll hold. Cause bitch, there 2 drinks for $45. I could have drunk mop water and cough syrup and had a bigger buzz than that and saved me $12. Cause my grandma used that Fabuloso and that shit is strong as hell. Speaking of strong as hell, I was fighting the good gay fight. Oh, I should do this because, wait, no, that means white power. I was fighting the good gay fight. Because I was doing this and I didn't want to start a riot with the black people because it ain't Black History Month, so we would lose because we outnumbered. There's only 4 of us in here. And then I figured I'd do this, but that means white power, and we lose again because there's only 4 of us in here. So anyway, you know, I was fighting the good gay fight. I was not eating Chick-fil-A. I was like, no, Patty, get that shit out of here. I'm not eating that because, you know what, they don't support gays. And that's my people. And that's how, that's right. Oh, he is handsome. Hey there, handsome. Hey there. You like when I do this? That's the dance I do when I don't have pants on. It looks a lot sexier when these jeans are on. That lets men know that I'm coming to bed. That's right. Oh, I was also in the RuPaul peanut butter video. I just want y'all saw that. Pop my peanut butter. Must be jelly because jam on shake. So, you know, so I was fighting a good gay fight, not eating Chick-fil-A. So one day I get to work, I was rushing to work, I was like, fuck, it's lunchtime, everybody talking about what they gonna get for lunch, and I'm hungry. You know, I may not look like I eat, but a bitch like to eat. It might go to my ass and my feet, but I like to eat. So they're like, oh, Kenny, show you how dirty Chick-fil-A is. They built a fucking Chick-fil-A right across the street from my job. And you know, it's hard for a black person to turn away from chicken. I drive my ass to work every day like, damn, they smell like they just dropped 5 new patties on the grill. That sure do smell like that smells so damn good. So, you know, I told my coworkers, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna get lunch with y'all today because I forgot my wallet at home. So I don't have no cash, and I don't have my credit card. And they're like, oh, Kenny, we'll buy your lunch if you get Chick-fil-A. I'm like, I ain't getting Chick-fil-A. I'll walk with y'all to Chick-fil-A, but I'm not getting no damn Chick-fil-A because I'm fighting a good gay fight with my gay brothers and sisters. I walked to Chick-fil-A. Lord, that chicken smells so damn good. I smelled it as soon as I opened the door. I was like, ooh, it smells good in here. Lord Jesus, can I get that in the Glade potpourri, please? Fried chicken potpourri. So, to show how it is, a person can talk to you like a dog. I mean, they can talk to you like shit. But if you hungry, and the food is good, you'll let that shit pass. That man could have been like, what you want, doggy? Oh, hello, good evening to you too, sir. Can I get a number 2 with a sweet tea? Yeah, faggot, get over there. Oh, I should put it that way. Can I also get an apple turnover with that? Thank you, sir. You know, I once went to a racist barbecue. I didn't even know that was racist. That was my coworkers. They invited me to a barbecue, and I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it was the best fucking barbecue I ever had in my life. Best fucking barbecue. And then this old racist ass white man come up and they're like, oh, I know the barbecue that went to shit. Y'all going to invite this coon ass over here to sit and eat our chicken. And I'm like, yeah, coon ass, is that the secret in the sauce? Coon ass must be the secret in the sauce. Best fucking barbecue I ever had in my damn life. I would be the first to say, I love quickies. A lot of people are ashamed to say that kind of shit. I love quickies. I treat sex sometimes like it's a job. Do your job and clock out. Ain't no overtime gonna get approved over here. I don't need you huffing and puffing on and panting on top of me, Jerry. Cause all that you doing right now, we can go ahead and get a sandwich and sit down and talk about how good that sandwich was and watch a whole episode of American Horror Story for all this sex you trying to give me. Make it quick. Cause guess what, if you make it quick, you'll get it a lot more often. You'll get it during commercial breaks. When Glee go on commercial, guess what? You gonna get yourself a little bit of this. And when Glee come back on, I'll be like, all right, Jerry, come on, get on your side of the couch now. Get on your side of the couch. Glee back on. Glee back on. You know, that's all you get. That's all you get. Another thing is, I've been watching all these scary ass shows, which I really shouldn't be watching this shit because I live by myself, because I really don't have a man. So if you know any single white man with good credit, or Spanish men with good credit, or Arabs that like to shave, because I mean, I once dated this one Arab guy named Bashar, and we had watched this one porn where this woman had walked in and she's like, oh, is this the donut shop? And he's like, yeah, this is a donut shop. And he put a donut on his dick and she started giving him head. I tried that. Was not a big fan. I damn near choked to death. All that glaze and crumbs went in my damn nose. I said, Bashar,